I welcome you back to the short course for Python beginners, and this happens to be the last episode for this course. And in this episode, we are going to be dealing with loops and booleans. Now, booleans is a kind of class. Is a class of data type in Python that let's say boolean is basically coined from George Boole, who was a 19th century mathematician. So it has to do with the fact that this this type of data can only take two types, so either true or false. And then we have loops. So there are different types of loops in Python. So let's talk about the while loop. So for example, we can say while, let's have a variable a equals 24. So we can say while a, so okay, while a is lesser than 50, we can start a loop that will increase the value of a. So while a is less than 50, so as long as a is less than 50, we will increase a by 1 and print it out to the screen. So while a is less than 50, a plus equals 1. So and then we will now print a to the screen. So this is a while loop that basically prints, it increases a by 1 and prints a on the screen. So let's execute it and see what happens. So okay, here we go. So and then we have a code that prints the value of a from 25 to 50. So why this might look a little bit overbearing and a little bit boring, this while loop can put to more useful uses. For example, you can set up just like an if. So but a while loop, it helps us to kind of keep printing something till we achieve a particular goal. For example, if let me set up another while loop. Yeah. So in this case, it's going want to deal with user input. So let's assume b is equal to input. B is equal to integer of, when you convert input into an integer, the integer of input. So this is the input function. When we convert the input function to an integer, so let's set a while loop. While b is so this is kind of is the kind of code I'm setting up, and this code is supposed to add your integers till it gets to 100. So and a user will keep typing in a number, and it will keep adding up the number and giving the result till you get to 100. So let's try that. While b is lesser than 100, then what we'll do is we'll have b so b plus, okay, let's say while b is less than 100, c plus equals to b. So let's have c plus equals to. So in order to achieve that, let's have a variable called c in the first place. Let's have something like c equals, so we are starting from 0 and we're adding the input of the user till we get to 100. So while b is lesser than 100, so let's say while c, instead let's use c, while c is less than 100, c plus equals to b. So you keep adding b to c till you get to 100, then you print the value of c on the screen, and then at the end of the day we'll so let's first of all see what this does. Let's see what this does. So yeah, we need my input. So let me give an input of 24. So it's actually it's especially funny type of code. So it keeps adding 25, which is not what I want. Actually, I want a kind of code that would keep requiring input. So that is one of the wonders of while. So this loop is something that if you don't mind it, it can get out of hand. So in this case, I only wanted 25 to be added once, but it added 25 subsequently till it got to 100. So that's not what I want. Let's revise the code. The part responsible for that will be inside the while loop, while block. So let's say print c while c is less than 100. Okay, we might need we could insert an if block into this code, but no, we don't need that. So while c is lesser than 100, you have c plus equals to b. Okay, and okay, print c. So basically that's what this will do. So let's add another block of code, and um b b equals to int. So let's see, maybe if by defining b again, we might get it to ask for input a second time. So this input function. So let's execute that. Let's see what that does. Okay. So let me have 4, then 6, 5. Okay. Yes. So it has solved the problem. We'll keep adding the numbers till they get to 100. 0, 65, 23. So, but actually, this okay, once I got past 100, it took me back to 65, which I started from. So this is, I'm not very very I'm not very much used to while loop. So as you're watching this, but you can also put this while loop to different uses. You can try using it to set up conditions and solve different problems with your code. So that's for the while, that's for loop. So we also have booleans. So booleans is basically a data type that can give a result of either true or false. So let's say let's have a variable d equals um 45. So and then let's have a variable e equals to d um d is lesser than 45. So let's print e and see what happens. So I hope we don't have an error. Okay, fortunately there's no error. So actually we need to pass through that while loop. So let me just have something like 666 75. Okay, problem finish false. So now that means d is not less than 45. So because of the fact that this while loop is actually interfering with my code, is making things a little bit complex. So let's get rid of them. We'll get rid of this while loop, cut it out, and then we have only this part. So now this data type is called a boolean because it can be either true or false. So here we are asking the Python compiler that we have d is equals to 45. We know quite okay that d is equals to 45, and then we're asking, and then we have e, we're asking that e should be equals to, is d lesser than 45. So if d is lesser than 45, e will take a value of true, and then if d is not less than 45, e will take a value of false. So let's print the type of e, so that you can know that this is actually a boolean. So it will print the type of the variable e. So it's called class bool. So you can see that this class bool, it is actually a kind of class that can either be true or false. So these booleans, they can be used in various ways. So this is just a simple definition of it, but they can be applied in various different aspects of Python. So that's all for this episode. I hope you've understand loops, the while loops, and then you understand the concept of Boolean data type. So that being said, I hope to see you in my next Python course. So this is just a beginner's Python course. So you have to watch this one before you watch the second course in Python, where we're talking about a lot of complex stuff. We're talking about a handful of complex stuff. Let me introduce those stuff to you guys in a moment.